Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, today we're going to be using the great Divi Image Hover plugin to create a full width hero section with call to action on hover. We've got a nice little hero section here that when we hover over it, we get a bit of content and a call to action button and a little border up there. Really easy to do with the Divi Image Hover plugin. Now right now it's December the 4th 2020 and Divi Image Hover have got a deal on at the moment. They've got 40% off with a coupon code here. It's $19 regular price. With that code I think you get it for like $11.50. You get over 250 effects. We put together this page with some of the different hover effects really quickly, using some of the fantastic styles that they have on board. And they also have image swap effects as well, so you can switch from one image to another. Really easy to use. I bought it, I'm really happy with it. And so if you're thinking of getting an image hover plugin, now would be the time. But anyway, let's get on and let's create our hero section here. So I'm going to enable the visual builder. Obviously I'll put the plugin link below this video today if anybody wants to check it out. Okay, well I'm going to go in and I'm going to delete everything we've got here. So we've basically got a new page with a section and nothing else in it. I'm going to add a new row. I'm going to use a single column. Divi comes as standard with most of these modules here. The only one that it doesn't come as standard with is our Divi Image Hover, which is the one I've just showed you. I'm going to use that today. Hover effect style I'm going to use modern, and there's all kind of different ones. Like I said, there's over 250 different styles here, and I'm going to use one called Margot. There it is. Now if we go down to content, let's add an image. There we go, I'll use the same one as I had before. There it is, there's our image background, and you can see already when we hover over it, it's got that nice little border effect and it's growing slightly. Okay, image alt text, really that should be a description of the image itself. It's for sight impaired people that have a screen reader. It will tell them what the image is, a balloon with some birds and a sea. But a lot of people could put keywords in there and geolocation info and stuff, but use it as you will. Don't want to use the image as a background because it's already our background at the moment. Don't want to set any height for it at the moment. And image opacity, I want it fully visible, so I want my opacity to 1. Now we can put 3 different sets of titles in here, or we can split up our title, if you will, into 3 parts. We've got a prefix, let's say welcome. And we'll say from. We'll say Divi Image Hover. And as you can see, that's styled slightly differently there. Now each of these, the prefix, the infix and the suffix, we can style differently if we need to. Okay, well let's add some content, just regular content, text tab here. I've got lorem ipsum open, so let's grab a bit of content here. And we'll paste it in there. Now as you can see, when we hover over it, that content's appeared there. What I'm going to do is I'll probably hide this on mobile because it's usually too much for a mobile. So we'll leave it for the minute and decide. And let's add a button. We'll say learn more. Put a hashtag in and the button should appear when we hover. Obviously you put your link in there. If you're linking to your own site, keep it in the same window. If you're linking off site, put in a new tab so your site stays open. There's our little button appeared there. Fantastic. We can have an image overlay on hover if we want to. Image overlay color right here, and you can have a background color for the whole thing if you want to. Let's just give it a purple overlay color, but I only really want it on hover. So common to most Divi modules, if you hover over the dark legending, you'll get some icons appear. If there's an arrow there, you can set a regular state when your mouse is not on it and a hover state when your mouse is on it. When we're hovering on it, let's give it a background color. Well, we still want to see some of that image through, so I'm going to take the opacity slider down. There we go, something like that. Fantastic. Don't want a swap effect. That's for swapping two images. We'll lose our content if we put that on there. Don't want the image to open in a light box. Don't need a background because our image is our background at the moment. Obviously, if you want to link the whole module to somewhere, you can put it in down below here. And anywhere they click on here, apart from that button, will take them to this link right here. It's entirely up to you. Okay, well, let's move on to our design tab. Let's go to our title. Let's make it slightly bigger. You can do anything you want. You can change the font style. This is for all of it, not individually. I'm just going to take it all up a little bit in size here. May want to change this on mobile devices, tablet and mobile. We'll do that in a minute if we need to. Don't want any text shadow. Now here you've got title, prefix, infix and suffix, so you can change the styles of all of these. Welcome, that's the prefix, from is the infix, and Divi Image Hover is the suffix. I'm going to go in and just change the color of the suffix there. You can give it a background color if you want to. I don't want to. But I just want to change the color of the text. Here's the text color. Let's go in there and make it kind of nice, bright, crazy color. There we go. I'm going to copy that by right-clicking on it. Copy suffix color. The reason is I'm going to use it for my button in a minute too. So let's go on down. Leave the content for a minute. I'm going to go down to the image and to my button. I want it aligned in the middle. I'm going to hit custom styles so I can color my button that crazy pink color. Button text color, button background color. I'm going to right click and paste title, suffix, text color, and we got that crazy pink there. Great. We'll do that same color for the border. There we go. So our button's the same color as that crazy color right there. Great. Okay. So we're getting there. Now what I want to do is I just add a bit of spacing and space all this out a little bit. I'm happy with the way everything is going. Like any other Divi button, you can have an icon if you want where it hovers over it. I'm just going to leave mine like it is. You can switch it off if you want to, or you can have it show all the time if you want to. And obviously you can choose whatever icon you want from the Elegant Themes icons up there. I'm leaving mine just as the default as it is at the moment. I'm not going to change any padding or margin. You can make it rounded corners, fat, thin, space it out a bit if you want to. I'm going to leave mine right there. But I am going to go down to custom spacing, and I think the text right here is what I want to space out. So I'm going to go to text. I'm going to give it 50 pixels all around. Just put in the 50, it'll put in the pixels for you. Hit the chain, it'll do the opposite side. So that's working fine. I want to space a bit more space on top of our button here. So let's go back up to our button. And we'll go down to spacing for the button, and I'll give it a bit of margin on the top. Let's give it 50 pixels on the top, which should push it down by 50 pixels. There we go, that's quite nicely spaced there. Great. So I think everything's working okay. Looks like our background hover colors coming in when we're not hovering on it. Let's go back to content, image overlay. Yeah, no, that's actually right. We were just on the hover state. That's fine. Great. So let's make this full width, and then let's adjust the height a little bit. So let's save our module settings right there. We'll go into our row, little green section right here. I want to go over to design. I want to go over to sizing. I'm going to slide the width up to 100%. I'm going to copy that, Control C, and paste it in the max width below, Control V, or you can just type it in if you want. There we go, we got full width right there, which is just exactly what I want. I think I might split some of these lines up and just make it a bit thinner there. So let's go to back to our module. And we'll go to our content. And let's just split a few of these. I'm going to use single line splits, which is shift and return. If you just hit return, it'll give you double lines. I don't want double lines. So I'm going to split it up. Let's split it up, say there. There. I think that will probably do it. I'll maybe split it up one more time. There we go, that's fine. That's going to work fine for me. Great. So now let's just adjust the height and make it the size we want it. So I'm going to go to design. I'm going to go to sizing. And I'm going to adjust the height here. I'm going to pull it down till it's about the height we want, that we can fit everything in. Something like that maybe. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Like I say, we may want to adjust this on mobile in a minute. So let's just save this. We've got a bit of space at the top. That's a bit of natural padding in our row. So if we just go in our row, little cog right there, go to design, spacing. We'll just put a 0 in top and bottom for padding, and that'll take away any padding. And you may need to do the same thing on your section. I'd already done my section, the blue tab that will appear up there. And just put 0 padding if you want it buffered up against the top and the bottom. Great, well that's looking pretty good. But let's just check it's going to work on tablet and mobile. Let's save this and go back into the module. And let's check it on responsive devices. So I'm going to go to my design and my sizing, just to make sure it's going to look good. So we've got a height here, so I'm going to hit the little mobile icon that appears there. Let's have a look at it on tablet. That's okay, I'm going to leave that just like that. We've got a little bit of a spill over with the button on that, but I quite like that effect. We could take it down a bit or remove a bit of the padding if we wanted to. The text is okay there. Let's have a look on mobile. Okay, the title's way too big. Our content's falling off the bottom. So let's go to our title and take that down for mobile size. And so I'm also going to hide the content on mobile. So let's go to our content. Text hide in mobile version because there's just too much info there for it. That's great. Now let's go to our title in the design tab. We'll go down to size. Again, hover over it if they're not already up. Mine are up. Hit the mobile icon to get your responsive up. And we're on mobile. That header, I want to take that down a lot. When we hover over, yeah, our little buttons in there fine. What I could do is go into the button, take a bit of margin off there, that'll pop it back up in there. So let's do that quickly. So I'm still in the design tab. I'm going to close up the title. I'm going to go down to the button. And we put some margin on the top there. Right here. So let's get our responsive styles up. Mobile. I'll make that 0. There we go, so our button's in there. You can do that on the tablet as well if you want to bring your button back up there. That's fine. Make sure it's going to work on desktop still. Yeah, fantastic. So we should be good to go. Let's save our changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. And exit the Visual Builder. And let's take a look. There's our little hero section when we hover over it. It's got that overlay color. Our content appears, and we've got our call to action button right there. And that's a neat little effect to have on your site. Really easy to do. Like I say, Divi Image Hover Plugin has over 250 of these styles you can work with. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and WebDesignAndTechTips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.